to the origami challenge, week 1, day 1. I'm making a heart here, and I actually had to use printed paper and make my own squares because I didn't realize you needed origami paper to do origami. Who would have thought, huh? And as you can see, I got some origami paper here. I think this is the end of week 1, and I'm making an 8-pointed shuriken here. This was the most time-consuming and complicated one yet, but also by far the coolest one. And by this point of the challenge, I actually thought origami was relatively easy. You know, you watch a YouTube tutorial and you follow the steps, and boy was I wrong. But for now, let's just watch past me confidently but naively take on origami. And here's the finished product. Pretty cool. And this is everything I made during week 1. The heart, the classic cranes, a lot of shurikens or ninja stars. And we'll go ahead and move on to week 2. And I'll be honest, at this point of the challenge, I wasn't really as motivated to do origami as compared with the piano and drawing challenge. The enjoyment was not at the same level for whatever reason. And maybe you guys can figure out what this animal is. Very simple fox. And here is, well, it's a flower, and this was pretty hard. And it's funny because, as I mentioned earlier, I thought origami was relatively easy. And as I found out during week 2, this is not at all the case, and I was getting punished for disrespecting origami. And all you origami enthusiasts out there are scoffing at me right now, and I deserve it. And maybe that's why I wasn't enjoying this challenge as much. I just wasn't very good at it, and I should have known I wouldn't excel at origami because I was never particularly good at arts and crafts during elementary school, so I'm not sure what I thought was going to change. Looking back at this footage, it is quite satisfying to see the origami take shape, and you can kind of tell this is a flower. And you can see this is everything I made at the end of week 2. A phone stand, a fox, a bird, a butterfly, a flamingo, a flower. It's pretty cool. And this is everything I made during week 3. You see we have a house, a chair, a sofa, a table, a sort of pencil holder, a bed, yeah. Household items. Alright, we're approaching the last week of the challenge. And remember when I said I wasn't really enjoying the challenge? Something about week 4 changed, and I started appreciating origami more and enjoying it. Probably because I was starting to get, incrementally better. Obviously, when you get better at something, you enjoy doing it more, and that's the point of this YouTube channel, right? Find something you enjoy, get a little bit better at it. Anyways, I found origami fairly therapeutic. Something extremely satisfying about getting the perfect crease or completing a complicated fold. And building some 3D images out of a piece of paper is pretty cool. So if I offended any passionate advocates of origami by saying I didn't really enjoy it, I apologize once again. hopefully you guys can kind of guess what animal this is by now. I should kind of give it away. And this is everything I made during the last week. And we got a shirt, a hat, cat, pig, dog, butterfly. Here's a dinosaur, turtle, a mouse, rhino. Animals are really fun to make, especially the dinosaur and the turtle. Those are my favorites, especially the turtle. I appreciate it if you stayed all the way to the end. This challenge had its ups and downs, and in the beginning I thought it was decently fun but relatively easy. Then in the middle of the challenge I thought it was fairly hard and honestly not that fun. And by the end of the challenge, when I was getting better at it, I actually started enjoying origami more. Overall, I would say in terms of personal enjoyment, this ranks well below piano and drawing for me. And it's okay because you're not going to like every hobby the same, and you're going to have varying degrees of personal enjoyment amongst different hobbies, and that's okay as long as you give a good faith effort and you don't like it, just ditch it and move on to the next hobby. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't think I'm taking on origami for an additional 30 days, but don't let that stop you from trying out origami. Who knows, you may love it way more than me, and you're probably way better at it than me. Anyways, I have a hip-hop video coming out soon, along with part 2 of my piano and drawing challenges, and I'm excited to release those. And I also think I'm picking up a new sport next month, probably leaning towards golf as of right now, but you know, if you want me to try a different hobby, let me know down in the comments. Anyways, I hope you guys were entertained, and if you were, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.